Hi, and good morning, everybody. This is Lee Beatty, and I just had a little bit of my zeal today, and I'm shaking it up. I just want to welcome you all to this Facebook for Beginners. Let me start. This is my Zeal Wellness. You can get that at howto.zealforlife.com. I love this stuff. I start my day every day with it. Part about being an internet marketer, you see, just got out of the shower. It's Shower Friday, if you will. I'm glad you're watching this and you're going to be attending this because got a lot of cool stuff I'm going to do for you today, unlike anything that I've done in the past. I figure what I learned from some of the previous things that I've done. As you guys know, I do these hangouts to get SEO value. I actually offer these types of things to get first page rankings. But that's not why you're here today. You're here today because this course is or what I'm going to be talking about today is Facebook for beginners or newbies. Facebook for newbies, which one, whoever you are, or it doesn't matter if you're Facebook advanced. Today, I'm going to talk to you a lot about some of the really cool things that Facebook can do for you. I'm going to give you a couple real quick tricks. For Facebook fan pages, but let me make a couple promises to you here. And you guys know I like doing impromptu. It's not necessarily a presentation style. I'm a firm believer that anytime anybody and it's got out of the shower a little while ago. So anyone that is literally going to tell you about things, they should be able to show you on the fly, not give you. A lot of people take screenshots and manipulate them. There are some people that they do unethical things like that. So everything that I like to do, for those of you that know that about me, I'm a huge fan of being able to show you on the fly. So part of my screen share process today, I'm going to do not only training to show you about Facebook fan pages, but I'm also, so that's my first promise I'm going to make to you. I'm going to give you some pretty cool little tips, some things you may know about Facebook, some things you may not. If you're brand new to Facebook, don't worry about it. I'm gonna teach you a couple little quick techniques today that are going to make your life really useful. Okay. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to share a little bit about some of the reasons why you should trust me. And the third, I'm going to give you an opportunity to pick up my latest course that is loaded. If you're going to like the training today, what I'm going to be offering you at the end is really right now as it stands, it's only $7 on the JVZoo platform, and I cannot guarantee it's going to stay that way forever. Again, I'm offering this course and the value inside of it. For those of you who don't know, me, let me go ahead and tell you a little bit about me. 7 years ago, I started my journey online. I started with traditional web development, but there was one problem with that. I was a technophobe. I was somebody who was absolutely scared of the internet. I was somebody that was, I had a very technical job. I was a field service engineer in the semiconductor field. So for those of you that understand Intel, Samsung, Texas Instruments, those types of brands, I was a field service engineer supporting their manufacturing facilities worldwide. Okay, and I've done that to a tune of 40 plus fabs worldwide. So I'm a very experienced field service engineer as I'm actually doing this for you. So and safety, quality. I've been part of some really cool projects and some really cool build outs along the way. So really cool to say that, but that's not why you're here. You're actually here to learn why I actually jumped in internet marketing and Facebook more particular. So when I first started online, I was traveling a lot. Like I said, a global field service engineer supporting all these facilities. But what happened as a result was, even though I was making really good money, I knew that I was worth more. I was I was beat down. I was traveling 300 plus days out of the year. I was living out of suitcases in hotels. Great part about that was that it introduced me to a lifestyle I'd never thought I was even capable. I never even exposed to that before, and so which started my internet journey. Okay, which started my internet marketing journey online. Which for me, I eventually left that career field so I can work on this full time. So I started with web development, and then about 5.5 years into it, I got hacked. I lost over 500 websites, for those of you who don't know my story, and I found out my why. My why is to educate a macro community that funds a micro community that feeds a community. And with that, after I got hacked, I turned to social media. So a little over 2 years ago, I turned to social media to really combat my traditional web development. And today you're going to learn about Facebook. I'm going to teach you some really, really cool little tricks. I'm going to teach you some things about this that are going to be really, really cool. And so for those of you who stick around, you know, I'm going to actually, like I said, I'm going to be offering my course. It's $7, folks. This course was evaluated by a lot of pretty well-known actually a lot of 7- and 8-figure marketers. It's a $497 evaluation minimum. That's not even including the bonuses. So it's a great course, but because I want to be in spirit of helping folks and doing the things that I didn't get a chance to do when I first started online. I spent a huge amount of money, okay, and this is where this whole course came about, and then I'm going to get to the training so you guys can understand, all right? When I first started online, when I was doing web development, I spent $15,000 was my initial investment to start online. I was sold on a franchise model, okay, franchise business building model, and that's, folks, for those of you that don't know what franchise business building model is, that's like your McDonald's, your Subways, your Papa John's, these businesses that can go anywhere, and they pay a franchising licensing fee. Okay, so I was kind of sold on the premise of a high dollar ticket item to do that, and then again, you know, 5.5 years after that, after over $100,000 spent online, coaching, you name it, I spent it. What happened was I got hacked. No one ever tells you about that kind of stuff, folks. They never tell you that, hey, you can get hacked and all this effort can be for nothing. So which in turn turned me on to social media, and more importantly, Facebook. So after I lost all those websites, it was driving me crazy because you know, I spent all this time building these websites and I lost them all. But the great part about that was it introduced me to Facebook. And for those of you who don't know what Facebook is, Facebook is a very, very large community. It's the largest people directory in the world. It's the most viral source of traffic in the world. Okay, it is the king of all social media networks. So what I did was I replaced traditional social media for the king of social networks, and more importantly, how is it going to help you? So I'm going to talk about some of the benefits of Facebook and why no matter who you are on this earth, why you should be using it. Because there's a lot of people that I see it every single day, and I'm actually, during this training, I'm going to show you some things that people do wrong, because as you guys know, I like to do an introduction, I like to give you my story, tell you a little bit about me, and I'm a very, very firm believer in going over the shoulder, showing you things live, so that you can actually get an idea of what it is that I'm actually saying and what I'm training on. So Facebook, why should you trust Facebook? Okay, one, Facebook is the largest person directory in the world, okay? That, I mean, right now, per the figures as of, it was April 2014, and I'll show you these, statistics along this training here. There's over 1.28 billion people in the world who use that. So that means 1 out of every 5 people in the world, roughly, are on Facebook. And every day, there's over 1 billion people that get on Facebook and growing. Okay. The second, it is the most viral source of traffic in the world. What does that mean? That like, that share, that comment, and that ability to do everything inside there with tagging people and commenting on people's posts and things like that allows you to really, get your message out there in a great way. The third thing I absolutely love about Facebook, it's free. Look into my eyes, it's free. Folks, that means that no matter what you are doing in the world, like I said, this is why this is Facebook for beginners or newbies, or Facebook for newbies, because, folks, it is absolutely free. Everybody that I know of has a Facebook account. For those who don't, even my dad, who's the most technophobic guy I know, actually has a Facebook page, or he has a Facebook account. Okay, so let me get into some of the features of why I like Facebook, okay, and then I'm going to go over the shoulder. So one, Facebook, they have a platform that's what I consider to be a micro-blogging platform. They have actually a micro-blogging platform inside this platform. I'll get into that a little bit later. But Facebook has what you call Facebook fan pages. They have Facebook groups, and a lot of you probably are in a group, or you're in you've liked a page, or you've interacted with those. And folks, literally, you don't need to pay for those. A lot of people are going to pay for the apps inside, and don't worry, you don't necessarily have to do that. There's so many ways that, and today's training, I'm going to give you some really cool ninja techniques that a lot of people, like I said, it surprises me how many people just don't know about Facebook and how to use it effectively. So remember, the third thing is it's free. Okay, you can start up a Facebook right now. Doesn't matter if you're a page owner, if you have a product creator, or you have a certain niche or a topic. You can literally start a Facebook fan page and be able to start driving traffic to it immediately. Okay, you can invite people. It's great. So some of the things I'm going to go ahead and go into. You guys have seen my face really long, as you can see. Still got it messy from the shower. Let me go ahead and start to demonstrate some of the things I'm talking about. And then, folks, like I said, for all of you that stick around for this, I'm offering a $7 course, and I did that so that you don't have to pay $15,000. You don't have to spend $2,000. You don't have to spend $500. I did it so that anybody, no matter what your skill level, and really talking to the guy that I was when I first started, I want to give a course that gives you an A to Z approach to literally start establishing a presence online and be able to do it for free, okay, using all free resources. And Facebook, in my opinion, is one of the ultimate Facebook or free resources. All right, so let me go ahead and share my screen. Hopefully you guys like this. If you guys are enjoying it, once you actually start enjoying this content, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share this with people, because I want as many people to get something out of this, because a lot of this training, you can watch it for free. You got to dig around, but so many things I'm going to share are very, very useful, and it'll help you if you're using Facebook at all. So, all right, guys, I'm going to go to the share screen feature, and let me go here, and let's go here. All right, so I'm on what it is that I'm offering, which is Social Tap, but I'm going to tell you why Facebook. Okay, really, let's just go ahead and what this whole course is about. It's about Facebook. Okay, it's the largest person directory in the world. But what makes me an authority? Okay, so that you understand. One, if you type right now, easy how-to Facebook fan pages training into Google right now, okay, you're going to see me. This is one of the courses that I actually offer. You can go pick it up right now. But if you want to go spend $97, you can. It's over 4.5 hours of training. That's not really why I just want to show you that for 231 million results, I am #1 for that. I'm #2. I'm the first and second place for that about Facebook fan pages training. So I am an authority, as somebody that you can trust. And the other, going back to it, was Social Tap. I want to show you guys something. This is kind of really ironic. Social Tap review. I did something yesterday. This is some other brand. When I put this product together, I didn't pay attention to it. But check this out. Out of 121 million, I'm the second place. And everybody that knows Social Tap out there in California, they know this bar and grill. They know this venue. But I'm #2 overall for a marketing course, which is crazy. So I just figured that was kind of cool to show you that. So let me go ahead and get over here to Facebook. I was logged in to. Let me go ahead and log in. Let me go ahead and log in to. And some of you know me for this. You know me for the brands and things like that that I established. ShareBeat is something I started a few years ago. With my girlfriend. My longtime girlfriend. We've been together 5 years, and we started this so that we can have something together. That's where ShareBeat came about. It was to really help her and really kind of go from there. I don't know. I don't want to see that video. Hopefully, that's not what I think it is. All right. So. Some of the things I want you all to take note of immediately. Okay, so this is what you're going to see on all your screens. You should see that, and I have the chat already disabled there. But the first things first, right here on the right-hand side, and what is trending? Okay, see this right here? What is trending? Folks, everything that I'm going to talk about and things that I actually review on this course, I'm going to point out, certain things called hashtags and, things like that. This, what you see here is what's trending. These are based on the use of a hashtag, which is kind of a micro search engine. So what's a hashtag? So, what is a hashtag? No, as you can see, on social media sites such as Twitter, obviously Facebook, a word or phrase preceded by a hash or pound sign is used to identify messages on a specific topic. And that's what these are right here, okay? So this is what's trending right now on Facebook, and they're using a hashtag to do that. And let me just scroll down and see if we get anybody who's using a Facebook or who's using a hashtag in any of their posts. And if not, no big deal. I won't take too much of your time. As you all know, people are still doing that ice bucket challenge. Okay, so no one's using it, which is okay. So what you need to know, first things first. Here, I'll just show you that as one of these trainings I've actually done, I'm going to show you something that I created for a, I've done nothing to even monetize it. This is really for training. But this is what I'm talking about. Funny dog, or hashtag funny, hashtag dog, hashtag video, and you're going to learn some things about that along the way. But what I did was, this was just for training purposes, and things that you're going to learn today are for training purposes. So really, if I refer to this easy dog food review based website, just know that what I'm going to share with you is going to be based around that. You don't have to have a dog food review site, or you don't have to even know anything about dogs, but what I'm going to train you on today is going to be based around dogs, okay? So, it's based on Facebook, and I don't want to go through a whole setup or anything, but I really just want to just let you know that when I do train, it's going to be on this particular Facebook fan page. So let's get back to the home screen there. So as you all know, that when people share anything, here, let's just. So when you're actually sharing anything, there's a couple things that you all pretty much know. One, if you want to tag somebody in a post, you can actually hit that the little guide button down there with the plus sign. If you want to tag where you're at, you can actually tag where you're at. I'm sorry about this, folks. All this stuff's coming up. Then, like, if you want to add a photo, or if you want to add how you're feeling, these are things that, if you're using traditional ways of interacting with Facebook, a lot of you probably know this with regard to, just the typical ways that people interact. So, doing a Facebook fan pages. Here, let me just do this. Facebook, so you can see fan pages training right now. Join me. It's free. It's free training. Okay? And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to my Hangout real quick. So sorry for that, just for a second. I'm going to get my link. All right? And I'm going to post it in here. You're going to see Facebook for newbies and beginners is how I've actually set this up. And what you see, there's a couple things you want to take note of what I've done here. So something real quick for me to recap. One, I truly believe that anyone that uses Facebook at all should be using hashtags. It's something that I believe in. I've been using hashtags for 2.5 years now, and it's something that what this does, and I'm going to show you this here in a minute after I actually post this. Realistically, when anyone actually does a post, and you probably know this, and don't worry, I'm going to go into some of the other things in the Facebook fan pages training, because I'm actually going to tag this, but I'm going to go in here and I'll say, who am I with? I'm going to do share. Won't let me tag my Facebook fan page. That's okay. What I'll do is I'll show you what I'm doing in here as a result. I don't actually have a photo, even though I have a video and things like that I'm sharing. What's really cool about this, I want you to take note of this. So there's a couple little tricks I'm going to show you right now that you need to take note of. So if you got a pen and paper, go ahead and get your pen and paper out. I'm going to share some things that a lot of people just don't know about. Okay, and right now, I'm just going to go ahead and point that out. So the first is, this is your typical status update. Okay, so one of the things that when you do put something that has a link in it, like I just shared here, this link, you notice it auto-populates in here. Okay, and here, what you know, most people don't realize, and I know this because I've seen it so often, people don't know that you can actually modify that content. So first thing, you can modify this content. All you got to do is double click it, and you could take that out. You can actually give, you know, whichever. For me, like I said, so Facebook, I started up an actual fan page just the other day. It's called Best Small Business Marketing, and you know, really, it's for the folks here in Richmond, Virginia, but it doesn't matter where you're at. You know, if you want to join that, great. I'm going to be giving away a ton of free resources and training in there, and that's just where I'm starting up to really just focus on my emphasis on. There might not even be that many people. I haven't even. This is actually the first time I've ever told anybody about it or even tried to market it. So really, if you want to go there, go and like it. It's facebook.com. Best Small Business Marketing, and you know, go for what you know. You're welcome to join. But what I'm going to do in here, notice I took that out. So you can modify this just like any type of content. But what I'm going to replace it with is fan pages, training, newbies, newbie friendly, and for beginners. Okay, and then watch what happens when I click out of that. See that? See that? It modifies it. So anytime that it highlights like that, you can go through and you can literally you know, tag that a little differently. So for me, I have a general rule here with hashtags. So one, the first thing is first. Anytime that you're using hashtags, do not overuse hashtags. Do not use 50 million words together in one hashtag. People are going to lose interest. Make it short and concise so that people, you know, they can follow what you're doing. The second thing, take note of how I'm actually doing this. Anytime I've actually, I gave, say, 2 words. See here in the fan pages, I capitalized the first 2 letters. Why? This makes it easier to read anytime you're using Facebook fan pages or hashtag, excuse me. It's just going to make it easier to read for anybody. Notice. See what they're doing over here in the trending section, the Dr. Doom. And don't worry, after I hit post, I'm going to go in here, I'm going to show you what these hashtags can actually do for you. Because what a hashtag does, just for many of you who don't realize this, the hashtag feature inside like Twitter or Facebook or any of these, it creates almost like a mini search engine. So for other people who are actually using that hashtag or interacting or using, you know, giving a sponsored post or whatever it is that they're doing, when they're using that actual hashtag, it's going to pull up a whole bunch of different users that are using that particular hashtag itself. Okay, and don't worry if you don't understand it. I'm going to show you here in a second. So I'm going to hit post. All right. So what that did there, okay. You know, that I gave a couple hashtags. It gave a couple in here as well. Okay. Do you need to do that? No, because a couple things I want you to take note of within this post. One, I used 3 hashtags. Do not use more than 5. It's just it's a golden rule I like to use. I used 3 to 5, 1 to 5, however you like to use it. 2, give them a call to action. Okay, so hopefully you're writing some of these down. I didn't break out a WordPad or a note or anything and give you per instructions. If you need me to, then I will. I'll actually recap this. Maybe I should do that. Let's you know, I tell you what. Here, hopefully you're following along. I'll actually I'll overview this in a in another document later. But again, this is what I'm actually giving you the course for, the social tab course, and why I'm doing it for so cheap. But see this right here, I give 3 hashtags. So 1 to 5, do not go over 5. It kind of loses its value. I've tested this out. 3 to 5 is a good number for Facebook fan pages. The second is give an actual call to action. So join me. It's a free training. Okay. The third is give your website. Okay. Even though this auto-populates it, you know, make sure that you give your website. Okay. And if you wanted to edit it, just keep in mind, if you wanted to edit that post, you can edit that post right then and there. Okay. So that little click the little caret down notification that it shows you. You can do whatever you like. If you want to, you can embed this post somewhere, either on your website. You want to refresh the attachment. You want to stop the notifications. You want to edit the post just like I showed you, or if you want to save it, you can. That's just for the regular status. So what I'm going to teach you about today is going to be on Facebook fan pages training in there. So so get out your notepads. Here's a quick review for just a status update. The first is hashtags. Use 1 to 5 hashtags in every one of your posts. So whatever it is that you're talking about, wherever you're sharing, use hashtags, okay? I'm a firm believer in that. Don't use them in every post, okay? Use them sparingly. So if you're doing 5 to 10 posts a day, maybe do it in every other post. So the first, the third, maybe the sixth, or whatever your schedule is. Just don't use it on every one because they typically get a little watered down with regard to their value, if you will. So use them sparingly. The next thing is give a call to action. I said join me. It's free training. Okay, so that's a call to action. That's the second thing that you should be taking note of right now. All right. Typically, the first thing I like to do is I like to ask a question I already know the answer to. Meaning, I should have did that. I should actually I'll do it. Okay. Do you want free Facebook fan pages training? Question mark. Okay, that's even though remember the hashtags was the first thing, 1 to 5. The second thing is the first statement you make is a question. Ask a question that you want people to answer yes to, that you already know the answer to, and what I recommend, and I'm not sure if I'm not moderating the question and answers, folks, so I'll get to those at the end if there's a bunch of you that are viewing this right now. Here, let me just check. Sorry for a second. Okay, sorry about that, folks. Sorry for the delay. I'm going back to it. So first, use hashtags. Okay, just reviewing it real quick. 1 to 5 hashtags. Okay, and whatever your hashtags are, make sure that they relate to your topic. So if you're talking about cheeseburgers, salad dressing, and French fries, more or less you're describing something that's in a value meal or whatever the case, use some of the hashtags that are based around your topic. That was probably a bad example. Okay, second thing is the first statement I love to make is ask a question. Okay, do you want free Facebook fan pages training? Question mark. The answer is most people are, yeah, of course I do. So that the answer is yes. So join me. It's free training. Click link. Join me. It's free training. Sorry. Give them an exclamation point. Join me. It's free training! Exclamation point. And then I gave them the actual link. So they can either click it here or they can click down in here. Okay. Done editing. All right. See that? The second thing is, or third, excuse me, was remember, give a call to action. The third, give you can take this out of here. Once you actually put your link in there, you can actually take it out. Okay, so what does that mean, folks? That means that if you are literally, put an actual website address, or for my case, a Hangout, if you want to put that in there and keep it in there, you can. But you can also take it out because it auto-populates down here. Okay, like I showed you. Okay, if you remember, see that? It automatically directs me to the Hangouts right there. So I just kind of went goofy there, but when you want to edit that, make sure that you get this right before you actually post that, because when it auto-populates that, you want to put your message in there, and when you actually post it, it's going to be there for good. Okay, so when you go through and edit that message, you can do that. So hopefully, just in that status updates and post updates, you're getting that. There's some useful features. I can't even tell you how many people I've spoken to who don't even know how to do that part right there. And it's not because you're a bad person. Hey, you just didn't know, and that's okay. That's why I'm doing this free training now. All right, so the hashtags. We're moving on to the next topic. So hopefully in review, you got that, and you're going to use that. Don't worry, I'm going to do this a couple times during this training. Just in case you didn't get it, don't worry about it. I'm actually going to cover it again. just remember over here what's trending. To me, I'm going to show you what these hashtags literally mean. All right. So in here, Texas A&M. Okay. Let me just show you. Let's go. They're mentioning the Texas A&M. Okay. All right. So I guess that takes my. They were. Okay. So the way I like to, like I said, this is something I've always done, and it's something that everything I've read. Even when you're mentioning like this right here, it's mentioning Texas A&M in the post here, or it's not. It doesn't show any hashtags in here anywhere, and that's okay. All right, so okay, never mind that. Still a good example to use the hashtags, regardless if it's showing in this Texas A&M example or not. Here, let's do. How about Jerry Jones? Let's see one here. Some of these. Wow, I guess that's just null and void of what I was saying there. It's not. Believe me, I'll assure you, it's not. Basically, these have picked up some. Well, I don't know what this is. Okay, never mind. We'll just use the hashtags, folks. And I know that you're probably saying, hey, Lee, I haven't seen any hashtags. Why would I use them? Anytime, let's just say hashtag fan pages. What's this? Notice that? I use the hashtag fan pages. See that right there? Bam. It's got that coming up there. See this? See, even though it's putting me, see these fan pages, Facebook, see these types of things. What it does is it creates a mini directory. Okay, so people who are searching for specific hashtags, and don't worry, I'm going to actually go in here. I was going to show you that off of that post. Like if you went into, say, free training, and you clicked it. That was the other thing I was going to show you as part of this is your hashtags in turn become clickable links inside your social media platforms. So that's kind of a part 1A, part B, if you will. If it's popular enough, if I would have used Brad Pitt or Jerry Jones or whatever, it would have shown up in that trending data there. But if like I said, if you go to Facebook, see this right here? I mean, this is showing you that I'm in. In a search engine. Okay, basically its own like mini search engine. It's something that I found out a few years ago with Twitter, and then when I started to use it in Facebook, and then when I started to implement those changes, it was amazing because I was already ahead of the bell curve. So, folks, like I said, when you're putting hashtags in there, just remember these become clickable links, and then they are able to be found in its own little separate directory. Even though I used it, notice when I clicked here, look, see, it actually shows you. It actually comes up with its own subdirectory. Even though it might not be the popular directory right now on Facebook, it's something that turns into its own mini subdirectory. So that's why I like using Facebook, hashtags, because really it integrates very well, and there are going to be people that are going to be looking for that. If let's just say, hypothetically, and even though I didn't do this, let's just say that right now, okay, Jake the Snake Roberts right now. Okay, let's just say you had something on him that you were monetizing. So put your monetization hats on right now. Let's just say that you're a WWE fan, you had some old collector's item, you had something that was Jake the Snake Roberts, and you're wanting to tap into that trending topic right now, which is Jake Roberts, and say you're doing a review video on his product or something that he's offering, and you're using that hashtag Jake Roberts, at that point, let's see if there's anything in here. Oh, he's hospitalized, so that's so people are mentioning because it's something that's important, if you will. But realistically, if you're wanting to monetize that, and that's kind of bad news there on his part. And sorry that I took you guys that. Hopefully that doesn't impact anybody that's a WWE fan, but that's essentially the way you can actually monetize it and align yourself with other like-minded people who have, say, Jake Roberts or Sammy Watkins or whichever the case, whatever it is you're monetizing. For me, I'm doing free training, Facebook, and fan pages. So as a result, people who are actually going to be searching through this large, huge person directory on Facebook, and they see that and they want to attend this, they're probably going to watch it. Okay, so take that away from that. So hopefully you really realize that these hashtags do have their own subdirectory within Facebook as well. And again, part 2B or whichever the case, these trending items are things that if you're catching something that is popular right now, and you want to start communicating with people. If you have, say, a Facebook fan page or you have something that's related to whatever these trending topics are, these are a way for you to immediately start aligning with people immediately, okay? So think about what I'm saying to you here. You can literally go to this trending data, and again, let's just say Texas A&M. So how could you monetize this? Okay, for those of you, in the A&M, because this kid Kenny Hill broke Manziel's record last night. This is a trending topic right now. So let's just say that you're somebody that sold anything that was related to Texas A&M the hats, the jerseys, the whatever it is that the headbands, the wristbands, the stickers, the decals, whatever the case. You can kind of start aligning with that. And so hopefully that makes a lot more sense. So hopefully you took a little bit from this. Hopefully you realized that this trending data is just like what you're seeing in Twitter, what you're seeing anywhere else. I mean, folks, this is literally somewhere that it's finding what is hot inside Facebook right now. And just remember, this trending data is going out to everybody. It doesn't matter. I don't search Angelina Jolie. I don't type in Texas A&M. I don't type in Joan Rivers. These are things that are popular right now on Facebook where people can start to gravitate towards that information. So that's another step that you want to start taking note of, that you can start literally integrating with people and collectively speaking of folks based off of trending topics right now. All right, so let's get into some meat and potatoes training here. All right, so now I'm going to use what I call a demo. This is a demo training site, so you can see I've done a few things in here, and you can see I use the hashtag. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go on and find something cool dog meme. Okay, I'm going to go to an image, and to me, as with anything that you're doing online, hopefully you're going to take from this. Everything I'm covering right now, I actually cover in the guide that I'm actually going to be talking about. I give you a little bit more in-depth training with regard to that. But what you're seeing here, folks, are a way that people are going to interact with this. So with this right here, cool dog, he's cool. So I'm just going to go ahead and click URL, and then watch what I do here. There's a way that you can do this, and anytime that you're going, I don't have the image, I don't have the rights to this image, but for demonstration purposes, it's a know your meme. It's literally one of those meme sources. I just know it's one that I could send it on, and it doesn't really matter. I'm not going to be selling them anything, or it's something that goes along with the topic here that I'm providing, which is easy dog food review, which that's what the dog food's about. But what I'm looking to do is get engagement. Okay, I'm going to take that and I'm going to auto populate that. So there was something key that I did here. Rather than just taking that and posting it in there, I didn't do that. Notice I didn't do that. I literally hit the photo button, and and it implemented right away for me. And you could do this with a couple different images. Well, a couple things I want to demonstrate now, hopefully you pay attention to, are now going to be some really neat things. So do you think this dog, this is a cool dog? Click like, share, and comment if your dog is cooler. And then what I like to do, there's gonna be a couple things I'm pointing out in here. So this is one of the things. One, I hit the photo, I edit the photo from a source that I don't have the rights to that, but I suggest that anytime that you do have a rights to a photo, that if it's on the internet or if you have a place where you're sharing it, either on your website or whatever the case, literally, you can right-click these images, copy URL, or however you do it to grab it. For me, I use Gene, and sometimes I use bits and pieces and piece them together. That's a way you can do it. So that just keep in mind, I added the photo route instead of just doing it the traditional route. Whereas you saw me when I added my Hangout prior to this, I just put the direct link from my actual Hangout in there. There's a big difference in the two of those. Notice it didn't give you anything to to speak about or to monetize or whichever the case, or change up, if you will, and that's okay, because I'm going to give you another example that does. So take note what I did. Like I told you, the first step, okay, I used a hashtag, cool dog. It goes with what the meme is. Then I did two. I asked a question. Do you think this is a cool dog? I use cool dog as the hashtag question mark. And then what I did was, remember, give a call to action. Click like, share, and comment if your dog is cooler. Most people are gonna like, my dog is cooler. Of course I am. It's gonna increase the chances of them, personalizing this to them. Okay. And then last but not least, if you actually had something that I'm just gonna say your monetized, and I'm just gonna delete it. Your monetized link .com. Okay, I'm not going to leave that in there, but what I like to do, and this is something that I highly encourage that you do, especially with your Facebook fan pages training, folks. If you have a squeeze page, or if there's something that you put out there that you collect names and email addresses to, you can always do a join my club or join my newsletter or join the group, right? So even though I'm not going to keep that in there, I highly recommend if there's a way that you're monetizing this or you're collecting names and email addresses, that's a way that I like to do it every single time. Just highly recommend it. The other thing is, from what I've noticed, and per the software that I use to actually analyze my pages, keeping your post to about to roughly about 100 characters long in there is a huge advantage for you. So these longer posts that you see in here, you don't necessarily need to do that off a status update. There are actual ways that you can actually use the status update to benefit you, and there are other ways that you can use other things to benefit you that are a little longer in nature that can be helpful. Okay, so for me, I'm just going to take that out. And, again, just recapping. Use a hashtag. Notice I didn't use 3 or 4 this time. I only used 1 hashtag. Use up to 5, which is great. Ask a question that you know the answer to. In my case, everyone's going to think that dog is cool. What person wouldn't think that dog is cool taking a picture like that? The third is give a call to action. To me, in this case, click like, share, and comment if your dog is cooler. And then at the end, like I said, direct them to your fan page, or direct them to, wherever it is that you're monetizing, to your newsletter, to a squeeze page, or whatever the case. And then, just direct them to your opt-in page / squeeze page, or say landing page. Okay, and that's just the best I can tell you with that. For me, I'm not going to go in depth on that. I just want to give you some good training with regard to that. And now, as I'm actually doing this, it's 11:30 right now, my time. But what I want you to take note of is this little clock down here. I'm doing a lot of accelerated training. Hopefully you're taking notes, or maybe just go back and watch this at some point, because, like I said, I'm doing this training for newbies and beginners. This is good Facebook training that, believe me, folks, unless you're versed in Facebook or and I'm not knocking anybody who doesn't know this stuff, but this isn't just something you get on, you just know this, and most people aren't naturally inquisitive and start clicking around and thinking that they know where this stuff is at, or et cetera, okay? So I'm just assuming you don't know this. Remember, this is Facebook training for beginners. This is Facebook training for newbies. So just keep that in mind, okay? When you click this little clock down here in the bottom left of that, what it's going to do is it's going to bring up a calendar. Okay, and today is the 29th of August, and right now it's 11:30. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 11:45, and then what you can do is schedule. Okay, do you need to schedule a post? No. At that point, you don't have to schedule it at all. Actually, if you wanted to, you want to backdate a post, you can, and this could be something where if you did a whole bunch of different posts and you uploaded a bunch of content, you want to backdate them, this is where you can actually do that. If you want to schedule it, the reason why I'm showing you this is for those of you that run fan pages and run various pages, this is something that you can literally do. Schedule out your day, take your 45 minutes, an hour, schedule out however much content you'd like to get your fan engagement for your fan pages, and really just kind of go from there. Or post now. And I'm just going to post. All right. So what that does, as you can see, it actually it shows everything I wanted to show. Then I'm going to do one last one with this. Let's go video. Okay, let's just go video here. I don't know what this is. Let me just grab it. Okay, I like to copy it, and I'm going to show you this, and then I'll schedule it for later. But see, what you're going to notice when it's anything like a YouTube video or anything like that, I'm going to actually literally put that in here. Okay, big difference. Remember, like I'm telling you, if you're grabbing pictures or whatever the case, click that little photo button there. Okay. And really, there's a lot of little ways that you can actually use that, roughly the same or different than I am. And remember, when you actually put this post in here, okay, you can either keep it there or not. With this, see this right here? If I wanted to go through and change the title, I can change the title. Dog dress up. Okay, and then if I wanted to take that out of there, I can take that out of there. What do you think about this funny dog dress up? Question mark. And then you click out of it. See that right there? So if you're borrowing videos like I just did there, and it's not to take away from these people that are putting these videos up, if you know the guy that or the gal that actually put this up, I'm not taking away from them, I'm just showing you for demonstration purposes. When they go through and watch it, they're going to get all that inundated with them anyway. But this is a way you can actually share videos, modify it to fit your comment or content. So if you wanted to monetize your link, or if you wanted to do, say, your monetized link.com, you can. Okay, just keep that in mind, folks. That has a lot of functionality, a lot of ways to actually use that. That's effectively. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it as is. And do you dress up your dog? Question mark. Watch this funny. Click like, and watch this funny video. Tag someone who would like to watch this video. Okay, so notice that's just something additional. You can, I'm just giving you something to kind of jar some thoughts there. But to me, what I'm giving you here, and for all of you who are a little bit more savvy with Facebook, realize what I'm giving you just in training right there alone is second to none. Okay, it's something that all the top fan pages owners are using this type of techniques, and you can too. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this for, say, 1 o'clock. So we're not going to be on at 1 o'clock. I'll assure you that. And then I'm just going to go ahead and schedule that. So what happens, see this right here? When you schedule a post, your post will be published Friday, August 29th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Change to delete, you can. So if you wanted to, you can go into the activity, all right, where that's at, and you can go through reschedule, edit, or publish now, whichever you like, okay? So just keep that in mind, that that's something that is, you can find on the activity screen here on the top. So when we go to the page up here, just always remember you can find that as well on the schedule post and activity. And this is one of the changes that Facebook has made recently. So, right there, that's just some quick training. So to recap here, what I've told you is how to do a status update post in your Facebook fan pages training. And believe me, there's a lot more to this. And then you can add a photo, an event, or milestone. Say if you wanted to do an event or milestone. Notice it doesn't have some of the other features that I'm going to talk about, like with the note. And this will be the last little nugget of what I'm gonna share with you here, is Facebook notes. Okay, folks, write this down. Okay, a Facebook note is the micro blogging platform inside of a Facebook fan pages. Inside your Facebook fan pages. What this allows you to do, this allows you to create content very, very different, in a very, very different way, because it creates what you call sticky content inside of your actual fan pages. Okay, so think of it as Facebook's one of their free apps that they give you inside of the fan page that will allow you to give them a little bit longer, say, article or sales copy or whatever the case. Many people don't realize that a Facebook note is a sticky way of adding content, or being a way to add longer content. So remember, if you remember before, I said don't go over 100 characters long, or don't go over 100 words in length. That's just something that I found that if you keep your general your post count, your status updates to roughly 100 words in length, that's people's attention spans. You got to keep in mind they don't want to spend a long time reading and going through all that. But the people that want to actually go through with the notes, and you have something that's based around your topic, as you'll see here, I put together almost like what you consider to be a blog post. See that right there, folks? I use basically a blog post to go in through there. And if you're doing blogging, or if you're doing anything like that, if you want to convey your message a little differently and keep people within Facebook, and it's an engaging post and it's got images or videos and all this other stuff, just remember that you can use that as well. And again, there's a way that I use it I use it very differently than many people do. What you're seeing right there is a way that I think just is second to none. Okay, a lot of people, especially those of you who are looking for free ways to convey your message, or convey an event, or convey something that is going to talk a little bit more about your your niche or your topic or whatever the case. That's a definite way to use it. Use a Facebook note to do that. I highly recommend that you do that. And again, I'm using this for training, so hopefully now recapping. Sorry, I'm all over the place with that, but what I've shared with you today is just a real quick method, a real super method to actually it gives you an avenue to start using Facebook a little bit better. And this is newbie friendly. It doesn't matter what your skill level, you can do this right now. Okay, so you just remember using 1 to 5 hashtags, because remember, if you click the cool dog, all right, where did my little post go? I'm not really sure why that didn't pop up. So realistically, I just that typically that would actually do that. So you can see everybody else is using hashtags to do that. I know why. It's because this fan page hasn't had very much engagement. See, this page has not been published. That's right. I totally I took it down for that reason. So folks, just keep in mind that when you're actually doing this, I'm doing this in a way that hopefully you're going about this in a way that you're going to have major engagement. You're going to be doing this a couple times a day, and there's actually a way that I actually like to do it. I do it on a very regular basis. I think that it's very, very important to keep your fan pages updated with content, varied content, and I showed you some of the things that I'm going to talk about now in the course. Let me pull the screen back up so that you can actually see my face again. All right, so hopefully I did my job there and giving you some really, really cool techniques, really useful techniques. These aren't stuff that are commonly known, unless you're, like I said, you're in these masterminds. I'm in a couple masterminds. I do a lot of Facebook fan pages, and I showed you what I consider to be a demo account. It's not really something that I use. If you went there and tried to friend request me, I don't ever really checked it. I used it a couple years ago to really set that up. But that's some of the training. That's some of the core training that you're going to learn in Facebook, in the Social Tap course. And now let me just go ahead and make my little pitch to you. Then I'm going to really get off here because this is not intended to be a long hangout. Folks, like I shared with you here. Here, let me pull that back up. I am an instructor, okay, for this. And as you can see, just so if you're wondering at all if I'm somebody that you should trust, my actual Facebook fan pages training right now in the Udemy platform, I have 655 students, and as you can see right now, it doesn't say what it is, but I normally charge $97 for this course, and literally, this is gonna really show you a lot of different things about what it is that I'm offering. So just in that course, okay, and what it says 4+ hours of high quality training, community of 600 students, over 24 lectures. Okay, so that's something right there, just so that you can see that not many people can say, hey, look, I'm dominating. I mean, even though I do these hangouts for SEO-based value, I'm showing you right now something that is as traditional base SEO, but I have other courses out there where I'm going to be sharing with you is this is it right here, folks. It's literally, like I said, to me, this is a nuts and bolts course. Kind of some of the training I'm providing for you there. You can go there. You can find it at sharebee.com/social tap, social-tap. It's going to be in the description below. Don't worry. But folks, this is what you're seeing right here. I go through what I showed you now and even more in depth. Let me take you to some of these things in here. What I'm showing you right now is just core Facebook training. Okay, and excuse the noise in the background. It seems like every time I'm doing this, there's stuff going on outside of where we're at. But I literally offer 19 modules. Okay, 19 modules goes into keyword research, demographic, niche selection, product selection, audio, articles, images, memes. I just showed you a meme. PowerPoint. I show you where to get these memes. PowerPoints, videos, interactive images. Folks, there is no course online that talks about interactive images in part of their course. This module alone, trust me, folks, most of these modules alone, I can go in depth and give just training courses on every one of these alone, which you're getting it for a very, very low amount. I just launched it. It's $7. There's 19 more left at this price. And once, like I said, I've done this in a way where I'm not even searching out JV partners or anything. I'm just doing this because I'm actually doing a case study because I want to show how if you have an idea and you know how to market it, you can do it. Okay, and that's actually what this is all about. So so hopefully you gained some things. You gained some useful information from some of the trainings that I provided today. My whole goal was to make sure that helped you. Really give you some useful training, but also give you something that you can really sink your teeth into. So it's getting ready to get loosey-goosey out there, it sounds like. So, folks, I highly recommend that you guys jump on this. I set that price of that course just because, realistically, I don't think that you should have to spend an arm and a leg. I'm taking all the risk here. One, it's actually my first JV Zoo course, and that's why it's so low. Two, once I actually seek out partners for this, that's actually on a dime sale. So when it actually, when folks start picking this up and start seeing the value in that, folks, you're going to start seeing profits like you've never seen before. I wanted to give you some easy training to digest, some good training, Facebook for newbies, and Facebook for beginners. That's really what this whole course or this whole hangout was about, was try and provide some really, really digestive chunks and give you some actionable steps that you can take. And obviously I'm doing a shameless plug on Social Tap, because it's something that you can keep spending the $47, the $97, $147, $197, excuse me, folks. Everything in there, I have literally used. I provide not only tons of value, I provide ninja resources, and I'm only asking for $7. And I did that because of two things, folks. Realistically, it's $7, and actually, initially I was going to launch this, like I told you, when I gave this to a private group of beta testers. They valued this at $497. I kid you not. That's over $490 off of the price of this. Okay, and you're going to see what I'm talking about when you go and pick it up now. Because, folks, there's nothing like this for that price online. And I was doing it just to get my name out there, get you guys to know who I am. My name, obviously, Lee Beatty. I want to share Beat. I've got a lot of brands out there you probably didn't know I was part of. And I do a lot of things like this, like where I'm ranking for keyword search terms that, and I'm going to rank for this one as well. I'll assure you that. Because realistically, people don't necessarily understand that. You can do these types of trainings, you can do these types of things, and rank. And I use Facebook primarily. I've set it up. I've helped nonprofits. I've helped music artists. I've helped businesses. Just really, that's enough about me. It's about you. I want to give whoever you are, whatever your skill level on Facebook, give you some actionable steps, because what I shared with you is not, is it gonna blow your hair back with like, maybe it isn't. But what it was intended to do was to give you some really cool, quick training that you can use right now, run with, and really go from there. So, folks, like I told you, 2+ years ago, I got hacked, and it really brought me to the social media platform. I wasn't even using social media that much until then, and I've been using it primarily with everything that I do, and I've gone away from traditional web development, because you can use that traditional web development, you can use that on-page SEO and the SEO, the search engine optimization based skills inside your Facebook fan pages. And that Social Tab course, I get everything in there is based off a free resource, and it's 19 modules. And folks, I will assure you that is the most comprehensive $7 course you've ever seen in your life. I will guarantee you that nobody's going to offer you a better course for $7 than what you're seeing right there, especially for those of you that want to use Facebook. There are a lot of people that are going to sell you on products, a lot of services. I make no income guarantees, because I'm not even guaranteed you're going to continue and take action. This is why I wanted to do a quick hangout like that. Really to just really introduce the product. I'm doing, like I said, I'm testing this out with the market. I know as well as anything that I'm saying right now, that I raised this price up to $497, $997 with some of the bonuses that I was going to include with that. And the bonuses alone and some of the content sources and things like that, if you take the upsells with that, I include many, many bonuses that are second to none. That I initially, if you actually pick this up off of alpha or beta launch, you all know that I initially offered this to the public at $47, and then the upsell with the bonuses, you know, took it to an additional $197. So with me introducing this to the JVZoo community, notice I don't make any income claims. I don't give you a lot of quote-unquote screenshots. I'm giving you quality information that's going to allow you to set a foundation online. And this is for newbies. It's for beginners. It's for somebody like me that when I first started, I hated the fact that I spent so much money and I felt like I got swindled. I don't want anybody to feel like that. Okay? So hopefully I've done my job today. I've given you some awesome training. Hopefully I did what I said I was going to do. One, I told you I was going to give you some awesome training. Hey, not everybody knows about Facebook, and believe me, stuff I showed you today, I didn't know that when I first used Facebook, and I've been using Facebook for 7 years. I didn't know all that stuff with Facebook, and when I start diving in and start implementing fan pages, you know, I start diving into some of the things that just make it a lot easier. The second thing is, I told you about who I am. I mean, I showed you. I have a course out there right now that, you know, again, the course I put together, really, believe it or not, was meshed for that actual course. You can go to Udemy, pay $97 and pick it up right now, or you know, you can go pick, you can go over to you know, on JVZoo right now, and pick it up my social tab course for $7. Because folks, let me put it to you this way: the interactive images module in there is second to none. Second to none. And I took a few months to put that course together. Okay, just so you know. The second thing in there, for all of you that are wondering, like, hey, this is great. You're going to give me content. You're going to give me all this information, but how am I going to get likes, shares, and comments? Well, lucky for you, I provide one of the most ninja resources. The most ninja resource I know. It's a software that you can actually get for free. That's going to help you to optimize your websites, your fan pages, and it's going to tell you everything you need to know. You don't even need my coaching, and that's part of Social Tap. And that's why just that resource alone, you know, I found that out paying a lot of money, being in some beta test groups, and you know, you can get it for, oddly enough, I'm basically giving away the cow and the milk. I'm taking all the risk here. So again, it's the last plea I'm going to make with you, folks. Realistically, jump on this. This is a smart deal. If you're into Facebook, if you're using Facebook marketing at all, this is a premier course that's going to literally help you. Like I said, you know, I do these impromptu hangouts for SEO value. So you watch when this all is said and done. And this, as a matter of fact, let me look while I'm actually talking to you right now. Let me see. More. Let me see here. I'm just curious. I'm just curious if I'm just curious right now as I'm actually doing this. There's something I did yesterday that was yesterday. What I did, and yep, it is. I'm going to show you this right now. This is going to blow your mind right here, folks. Just real quick, I'm going to do a share screen. Check this out, folks. So as I'm telling you that I'm going to rank, there's for 38,500,000 results. Facebook for Beginners review. Check this out. I am on the first page right now as I'm actually doing this training right now. Let's go Facebook for Newbies review. And again, I'm going to see. Check that out, folks. As I'm actually doing this very moment, I am on the first page of Google right now for 2,230,000 results. Okay, folks, as I'm telling you all this stuff, it's not to brag, it's not to boast. It is to show you I know what I'm talking about. I know what to do, and I do these, like I said, for SEO value. I do these for for what they're intended to be, and that is to provide trainings to inform you of who I am. A lot of you don't know me because I've been behind the scenes on a lot of different things for many years. And then after I got hacked, I've been focusing on some other business models and been using Facebook the whole time. But a lot of you don't know me for that because I've never branded myself. And so lately, you've probably seen a lot more of these videos. You've seen a lot more of these trainings. And hopefully, by showing you what I did today, okay, I showed you a couple real brief things, little intricacies within Facebook that, hey, hopefully you know those. Hopefully you know how to schedule out a post. Hopefully you knew that you can edit those posts, those status updates, and those things that maybe you know or maybe you don't know. I've been waiting on something all day as I'm actually doing this, but as I'm actually doing all this right now, my whole intent with this was to provide just some awesome, quick training. Believe me, what I'm going to go over in this social tap, folks, I can't even believe me. If I knew all this information 7 years ago, like I said, I'd be offering you this course for $2,000, the same exact course, and I'll get it. That's the thing. It's worth every penny. Right now, I'm valuing it low because I'm trying to help as many people as possible. And what I'm realizing, as a matter of fact, that a lot of people they feel like they spend a lot of money to get a lot of value. And literally, hey, it's really going to be up to you because at this point, I'm giving everybody a chance to jump on it. I'm going to be doing some traditional marketing to it. I'm gonna get some JV partners, and after that, you're just gonna miss out on one heck of a deal. So hopefully this Facebook for beginners and Facebook for newbies training and this review that we're doing and showing you, hopefully you learned something from it. Go ahead, go right now to and pick up Social Tap. It's on the JV Zoo platform, and as a matter of fact. I know this sounds really, 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 really weird because I had set this up, but here I just want to actually one last screenshot, and then I'm gonna let you guys go. So what you're seeing right there is you just type in the Social Tap marketing course, and these aren't even from. This is one I did yesterday. Notice where it's telling you to go. When I initially launched this, I launched this on a 22 social page. Okay, and folks, really, you should be going here. It's the sharebeat.com/social tap. It's on. This is on the JV Zoo platform. I'll show you, so you can see. Powered by JV Zoo. Okay, I'm just going to show you that you can go here. You can securely check out. It's off of a secure hosting, and you can go pick it up right now, pay through PayPal, and kind of go from there, folks. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than that right there. So realistically, I've done my best to show you, give you some good training, and sorry it took so long, but realistically, again, hopefully I did my part in sharing with you what I know. I want to give it something that was bite-sized chunks for those Facebook newbies out there, those Facebook beginners. I've been using Facebook for over almost 7 years, almost 8 years right now. I've used it for a while. Since it really started to compete with the MySpaces of the world, and I gravitated back in 07 to it. So I guess 7 years, a little over 7 years. So there you go. That's it in a nutshell. My name is Lee Beatty, and hopefully I did my job to educate you. I told you a little bit about Facebook today, like I told you I would. I told you, I showed you the authority I have. I have other courses out there that you can pick up. I have students. And the third is, I told you I was going to make you a deal, and that's Social Tap. So go to sharebeat.com /social-tap. And don't worry, for all of you who are watching this live, I showed you where you can go get that. I'm going to do an annotation, and I'll spruce this video up, put it in the link below, and then you can just go there and pick it up. So, all right, guys, thank you so much. Hopefully I did my job. Remember, I found my why 2 years ago after I got hacked, and that is to educate a macro community that funds a micro community that feeds a community. You guys have an awesome Friday. Preseason's over, folks. The football season is amongst us, and you know, the college football starts this weekend. It started last night, and for all you football fans out there, hopefully you guys enjoy, have a great season. Hopefully your teams do well, and thank you so much. Hopefully you learned something today. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. But hopefully it was my intent to provide training for somebody who's new, who just doesn't necessarily understand all the nuances of Facebook. So, all right, guys, thank you so much. Have a fabulous Friday. Peace out.